Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
Welcome to What's on Tap podcast. We are here, and it's an exciting time because it's sunny out, and we got beers, and we are going to drink and review them today.
And I think they fit the sunny vibes.
I feel like they do.
Yeah, they're both from Sweden, actually.
That is great.
Wow.
Viva Sverige.
Why would we drink Viva? Why would we drink any beers from the country that we are residing in?
You know, we actually drink quite a few beers from the country we're residing in.
I know.
But it doesn't feel that way a lot of times. A lot of times we have beers from outside countries, especially over the summer when we've been traveling and picking up things from weird and exotic locations.
Yes.
I say that now, but I'm not really sure when this episode will come out, so it could be in the middle of October. Who knows?
Who knows? We are recording it while it's sunny out.
Yes, it is very nice.
And so I brought two beers.
You did.
The second of which we will not reveal yet. You asked me to not drink when you found out I owned it.
Right, so I went online to order it because I was really curious about it. Not expecting it to be good, but just because I was curious about it.
It's going to be amazing. But
sure.
But we will start with the first beer.
Right.
Which is from a brewery that I don't think we've given a lot of attention. It's Friends Brewery outside of Landskrona here in southern Sweden.
I would say they're one of the better fruit breweries in Sweden at the moment.
I'm glad you said fruit because their other beers can sometimes be mediocre.
Yeah, I would say they really got it. I mean, their IPAs are okay and their double IPAs are okay, but really their wheelhouse are these fruited sour beers, smoothie kind of beers. They really excel at those. Their macaroon series has been pretty good.
Yes, it was a while ago since they released colored. This like pink macaroon, yellow macaroon.
I want to say Easter was one. They do a couple. I feel like I could be wrong. It could just be like false memories, but I feel like they do a couple of those a year. I mean, like a couple, but like 3 or 4 a year in that series. But then they put out these jammy fruit smoothie beers on like a monthly basis, basically.
And this is one of them. Sunny Berry Smooje, a strawberry, raspberry, lemon, vanilla smoothie, sour gose at 6% ABV.
Yeah,
the previous
really
one was
high ABV.
Yeah, they're usually between 4 and 6, I think.
What goses?
These the smoothies from Friends Brewing Company.
Yeah, I'm saying for gose, this is a pretty high ABV.
Sure,
because it's usually closer to 3.5 to 4.3, kind of.
Yes,
this would be like an imperial gose.
And the previous one they released was called Dream something Smooje.
Yeah.
Which was all dark berries. Let me quickly...
Yeah, and they're based... You said Landskrona?
Yes.
Oh, we'll see something good comes out of Landskrona occasionally.
That's also where Breckerit is located.
Yeah, I know. It's a couple of good things.
Yeah.
And this says roll, flip, can to mix well before use, because there's a lot of sediment in these things.
Yeah.
So you really want to make sure you mix this beer up good so that you get all of the funky goodness that's in the bottom of the can. I'm really looking forward to this. And when you smell it, it smells very, very fresh. There's a vanilla berry melange.
I like when they say strawberry, raspberry, lemon. I think that lemon is going to be key to our enjoyment of this beer.
For me, the lemon shouldn't be an overwhelming flavor. No. It should be an accent that pumps up the raspberry and the strawberry.
That is exactly what I mean. Sometimes when we drink a purely strawberry beer, we're like, it's missing something. I think the lemon is going to
100%
be the steroids.
And it definitely looks like a raspberry strawberry smoothie. I just like a soda almost. The carbonation on this makes it feel like a soda, a fruit soda of some sort.
It's very much in the realm of soft drinks.
Yeah, it literally tastes like a soft drink. But the vanilla comes through in the end.
Yeah.
It's very pleasant. It's very light. It's not artificial tasting, which I feel like it could have been.
It could have been.
It could have tasted very artificial in this.
And I'm going to agree with Martin 30 seconds ago. The lemon is doing wonders here.
Yeah.
I taste it. It's the foundation that the other flavors can rest upon.
Mm-hmm. What I can't see I get is
Raspberry.
Yeah. Actually, the strawberry and the raspberry aren't quite as defined. It's more like just a
Red
berry flavor. Yeah, it does fall into that red berry flavor. And I think if they thrown some black currant or some red currant in here,
I love me some red berries.
It would have popped it even more. But it definitely has that red berry flavor.
Yeah,
this is extremely drinkable. This is one of those like it's kind of a dangerous beer because it drinks so easy. It's got that fizzy soda, like carbonated beverage drink to it. It's very light. It doesn't feel too thick or like phlegmy.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
There isn't a lot of like sediment floating around. It looks murky, but that's purely color. That doesn't really affect the mouthfeel. It's a good one.
It's so drinkable.
It's a good one.
It's a great summer beer.
Speaking of red berries, is the rowan berry known at all in the US?
It has a different name, I'm pretty sure.
In Swedish, it's rönnbär.
Yeah, I have to look it up. I'm not sure what it would be called.
It's berries that you would never eat. They taste incredibly sour, bitter, disgusting. The human body basically rejects them. And they're very common here in Sweden.
So you eat a lot of them then?
No.
Okay.
No, you would never eat them.
So the point of your story is...
there's a Swedish saying that translates directly into sour, said the fox about the rowan berries. And it's meant as a learning experience. If it looks too good to be true, it probably is. And the fable is a fox that looks at these rowan berries, they're very clear red berries, eats them, and they're absolutely garbage disgusting.
Yeah.
So that's the learn.
I learned an Icelandic saying this week. Yes, a donut in the mouth is better than a hot dog in your butt. Apparently, it's more poetic in Icelandic, but it means the same thing.
And there's a Swedish one. It doesn't translate, so I'll tell you after.
Okay.
So,
yeah. I'm glad you brought it up then.
Yeah, definitely. Our listeners are going to enjoy things that I tell you afterwards.
Off air. Yeah. So what would you give this one?
It's definitely a 4. It's a strong 4. It's
a super strong 4.
It's almost 4.25.
It is. I think if the berry flavors were a little more defined, like I thought the raspberry would be a little overpowering, maybe, and make it a little more sour.
But nope.
Nope. The raspberry strawberry play together very well. They're kind of like best friends in this. The vanilla gives the light sweetness. I think the lemon balances everything out. It's just so drinkable. It's insane.
It's really well made, and I think Friends Brewing Company they've put themselves on the Swedish beer map with this style alone.
Exactly. I think they've figured out their
niche.
Yeah, their niche, and they're really digging in, because every time I see a Friend's fruit beer, I'm like, well, getting that one.
Yep.
It's like, what's the flavor? I don't even care. I just want it.
Exactly.
It does not matter. All right. So moving on next to one of our other favorite breweries, which is Duckpond, and they do a lot of beers. They do IPAs.
Yes.
I think they just do IPAs and fruit beers. I don't think they do lagers, or they definitely don't do stouts, and they don't do heavy beers. But their main kind of niche, again, is fruited beers.
Yes, and IPAs.
Yes, and their fruited beers are usually pretty good.
Yeah,
I mean, they're also
definitely.
They're definitely also in that range. And this one's called Nik Gose Bananas. It's a Gose with banana and vanilla and 6%. And the logo is very much reminiscent of a Velvet Underground album.
I can imagine.
Which is very famous with the banana. Andy Warhol designed.
And Duckpond is run by Swedish singer Nik Gose Bananas.
Yes.
Who sang for Millencolin. It
Yes.
still does, I guess.
and-
Milcon isn't cancelled.
No, they still tour. I think they're doing some metal music festivals this summer, if I remember correctly. So Millencolin is a Swedish metal band. If you're unfamiliar with metal,
But they're kind of more closer to punk or skater punk metal-ish.
sure. So they're a ska band, basically.
Basically.
The smell on this is. I can't even describe the smell on this. It's like you're like, oh, it's banana-ish.
Well, yeah, it's just banana and vanilla, Gose.
Yeah, but there's also like a cheese quality to it.
Cheese? Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, it's like first you're like, oh, banana, and then you're like, wait, that turned into another smell really quick.
Don't you like banana cheese?
Who doesn't love banana cheese?
Let's try it. Cheers.
According to 70 Sweden, you guys love banana cheese.
Whoa. This flavor...
That's one of the worst things I've tried in a long time.
This is the most sour banana flavor I think I've ever tried in my life.
It's like someone that hates banana created a beer, and it's like...
I'm trying to figure out if... We've tasted banana a lot in beers, like sweet stouts and stuff. I think this is the first sour banana beer I've ever had.
This is 100% the first sour banana beer I ever had. And so it's so weird, is like the aftertaste is like a banana marshmallow.
Yes.
So at this point, it's a banana marshmallow flavor.
Good.
The first sip you go, banana, oh! It's like before you get the word banana out, the sour, weird flavor hits. And then you're just kind of left with like, and then you're like, oh, that's actually pretty nice.
This is one of the... Ooh. Before you get to the aftertaste, it almost burns.
This is one of the most incredibly unpleasant beer experiences I've ever had. Because that middle part, like the first sip, you're like, oh, banana. And then there's the whole drinking experience, which is a complete nightmare. And then the aftertaste is really pleasant and kind of delightful. You're like, oh, well, maybe it wasn't that bad. And then, I'll just take another sip. And then it's just like, oh, God, what is that? It's like... I don't even know how to describe it. It's like it's sour, but there's something there that reminds me of something that I like, medicinal almost.
I'm going to stick with, it almost feels like it's a burning sensation, that middle part between the initial flavor and the aftertaste.
Yeah.
I agree. It really isn't pleasurable. This is such a weird experience. I don't think I've ever had this experience drinking beer.
I can 100% say I've never had this experience drinking a beer before. This is one of the most unpleasant beers I've ever had. And it's not like you're going, oh, it just tastes horrible. Like, just the mere process of drinking it is unpleasant.
But the aroma is interesting and pretty aromatic. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, it smells fine.
It smells exciting even.
Yeah. But then you drink it and you're just like, woof. That's a tough experience.
That is rough.
Yeah, that is one of the...
The vanilla does nothing to alleviate.
No. You think that like, oh, well, I mean, so the aftertaste it's like banana, vanilla, marshmallow kind of flavors.
Yeah.
But to get there, you have to go to Mount Doom and destroy the ring and then come back.
People are giving it pretty good ratings.
Really? What's the overall rating on this?
384.
384. That is shocking.
And we have friends 4.5, 3.5, 4.
Maybe they're just dead inside, and this gives them a reason to live. It's like, oh, this experience has like reawakened my soul and my passion to to experience new things.
And other people that we don't know, they write, "Oh, I love the flavor of banana." Okay, yes, sure. And someone else writes, "It's really exciting how the flavors move around in the mouth."
Oof, it is not
4.25. Wait, do you want flavors to move around? There's something wrong. There's something living. There's a creature.
Well, I feel very comfortable in giving this like a 1.25.
There's someone who's giving it 4.25 and writing, "Give me the juice." What juice do you find that tastes like sour banana?
I can't even imagine a juice that you would want to have that tastes like this.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 2.
All right, well, good. I'm glad to feel that we're both in the same ballpark here.
But the middle part, it feels almost like an acid burn.
It does.
There's something wrong with it. It goes tasty, 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 damaging to your taste buds. Tasty, tasty, tasty.
It's like tasty, tasty, tasty. Hate crime.
Yes.
Tasty, tasty, tasty.
It's so strange.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
Let's move back to the Sunny Berry Smooje.
Please.
We were walking in a sunny meadow. A light breeze in our face, and then all of a sudden, we're deep in a vat of
red berry fruit soda. Is just it's like tropical punch. It's exactly what I want. It's so good.
And tropical punch is all the flavors at once, right?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. The weird thing about the Sunny Berry, I'm gonna keep it at a strong 4. It's or a weak 4.25.
Yeah.
Now that we've had the Nik Gose Bananas, but I wouldn't be able to pick out strawberry plus raspberry. I could name a number of berries that might be a part of this flavor.
You could name a number of fruits. I would almost say maybe there's some passion fruit or pineapple in there.
Sure.
As a flavor enhancer.
Red currants, why not? But they're not in it.
Yeah.
But it tastes like it. But it tastes like a fruit punch.
It's a fruit punch kind of flavor. Yeah. It's really, really nice. It's what it reminds me of when I used to go to Mexican restaurants as a kid in the 80s. You would go and you'd always get the fruit punch. And the fruit punch was just this melange of flavors that was really nondescript, but it was just sweet and tasty.
You liked it.
I did like it, of course.
I love when beer gives nostalgic.
Yeah, and it's kind of what this reminds me of. So we'll wrap it up here. You can find us online at What's on Tap Podcast, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you can find podcast. We'll be there, or Facebook as well. So until next time.
Keep drinking, you dum-dums, and don't make sour banana beers.